It's Simon the Watch Guy, and today we are going to look at a brand new SEIKO. This SEIKO watch has just came out, and here we go. We're going to take this off and take a real good look at this. Now, I'm really happy to have this watch. Before I show you the watch itself, I'm just going to really quickly take a look through here. This is the instruction manual that comes with it. It's quite thick. You get the guarantee, as always, in the back of the instruction booklet here. This is the main box. It's kind of weird. I've not seen a box like this. I don't know if this is the original. I'm sure it is, but it's just a bit strange. So this flap comes down, take this box out, and this is the main box the watch was in originally, which you will have seen because I will have edited that into the video, the initial unboxing. And the watch was in there. Had the SEIKO logo right in the back in like a silver colour. Had the PROSPEX logo on the shiny cardboard there. The barcode, the model number on the back. On the inside the actual box itself, of course, we have the pillow. As how many pillows have we all got now, guys? We're all watch collectors. I think it's fair to class myself as a collector. I am going to try and, I was watching a guy's video, I'm going to figure out his username and link it into the channel. He was talking about an exit watch, and an exit watch is basically, you know, that final watch that you, as a collector, it's going to be your last one. Is there such thing as an exit watch? I don't know. If there is one, maybe it will be this one for me. I do need to stop buying these watches because, as I say, I fund them myself. I save up the money, I buy them, and then when they are released, or you know, when I can get hold of them, I bring them to the channel and just upload them, you know, for you guys to look at. So this is the watch on my wrist, the watch that we're just going to have a quick look at today. I think I'm probably one of the first YouTubers. I'm by no means a big YouTuber. There's probably, you know, maybe a couple of hundred, maybe a few thousand people might end up seeing this video, and that's fine. You know, I'm not trying to be the next big thing. I'm just trying to show you guys, you know, an average guy who's got a bit of an interest in watches, trying to show you my thoughts and opinions on some of these. So I'm going to take this off now. Notice the big buckle on the back with the SEIKO logo nicely etched in. Quite a big buckle. That's really noticeable. You've got the tsunami logo, if you can just about make that out on the watch. Really nice touch. Now this is a silicone strap as opposed to the old polyurethane straps of old. Apparently it's better having the silicone strap because it's less likely to get corroded, unlike the older ones. The downside is they are a little bit of a dust magnet. You can't really see it on the video, but I've had to give this a bit of a wipe down, or maybe you know, clear it with water a couple of times in the 2 days I've owned it, because yeah, it does attract a lot of dust and grime and dirt, and you know, I can only imagine as time goes on that's going to be a little bit of an annoyance, but it's easily washed off. So now the back of the watch, if you can just make this out, it's got like this textured feel to it. So it really is, it does look quite premium. The actual case back itself, stainless steel. Again, you've got the tsunami logo, which really does look quite nice. And when you take that out of the box for the first time, it just looks beautiful. It really does. Yeah, what more can be said? Air Divers 200 meters is written above the SEIKO logo. You've got Movement Japan. This is the V157. We're going to get into that in just a few minutes. And you've got the Solar Power X logo down at the bottom. And yeah, let's flip this bad boy over, and you'll see this is basically, I've not said this yet, there's so much to talk about. This is a reimagining of the 1978 Divers watch. And let me tell you guys, and I am deadly serious, I put a deposit down on the S236-26J1, which is the £2,200 watch, which is about $2,900. I actually put a deposit on it. I chose to cancel the deposit, so I won't have that watch now, unfortunately, but it was just too expensive, I think. I came to my senses and thought, no, I can't justify spending that much. So I got this instead, and very happy. It's got the these nice coloured golden screws. It's just got the 3 of them, 1 on the right, 2 on the left. You've got the uni-direction bezel, which is really quite nice. You've got the Hardlex glass on the front. And one thing to mention about the Hardlex glass is from the hour marker through to the 15 minutes, on top here you've actually got the lume. So now all of the individual, you've got all these pips that are lumed as well. You've got this one here for the 12. But yeah, on the actual bezel itself, right the way round to the 15-minute mark, is lumed. And when I read a guy asking about this on the Watch You Seek forums, and he asked, why do they just do that up to 15 meters? And the answer, in a nutshell, it was just to do with when you're diving, the deeper you go, the less time you've got. So 15 minutes, if you are going down deep in underwater, 15 minutes should be ample for you. We've got the date wheel at the bottom. We don't have a day, sadly, just a date, but that's fine. I can live with that. The actual second hand is kind of, if you can just make out, this part of it here is actually gold. Let me see if we can focus the camera again. Yeah, this part of it here is gold all the way down here. The back of it's black. You can't really see it against the background too well, but there is a little pip on the other side which does have lume, so in the dark you can see the lume on that. You've got a screw down crown over on the right hand side, and again, that's just for if you go diving, you want to make sure it's as airtight, waterproof as possible, and you are good for 200 meters in this watch, and that, as I say, is the screw down crown. On the back, you've got this this nice coating here, just around the lugs, round the corners of the watch, around this. It's really smooth, nice material, which brings you onto the shroud. It is a separate material for the shroud, though, and there's a little bit of debate. I want someone to correct me on this. So I've read online that this is plastic, but then I've read other people saying actually they think it's a compound of plastic and steel. I'm not so sure this is steel. I just think it's a textured, hard plastic, and it's supposed to be there for resistance to shocks, impact, and obviously to stop corrosion, which is probably the main thing, really. But hey, if someone does know whether that has steel in it, whether it, if they know more information, please comment below. I'd love to know the official answer for that. That just about covers most things about the watch, apart from the fact it's solar. It's got the V157 movement. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Case width of 46.7 millimeters, and it's really, to be honest, I thought it was going to be a little bit too big, but it turned out to be pretty much perfect. Actually, I couldn't really grumble. It's got a 12.4 millimeter thickness. Magnetic resistance 4,800 AM, if that matters to anyone. Again, the black plastic shroud, that's what most websites are listing this as. The actual case itself is steel, stainless steel, and it's got a black hard coating and the gold coloured coating, and it does look beautiful. I mentioned the screw down crown. I'm just going to quickly, let me just bring this watch in here, and let's just sit this down. I found something really interesting in in the instruction manuals. Does anyone bother to read these? I sure do. I don't know if anyone else does. Now, someone on the internet asked, what is the difference between the V147 and the V157? Well, in the instruction manual, it says they're in the same category. You can see it split them by categories of the different solar movements. Basically, you can read this yourself, guys, when you get the watch, but I'm just going to say this now so everyone knows where we stand. You know, if you're looking to buy this watch and maybe you've seen the V147 models and you're thinking, should I get this 2018 model? Well, here is my 2 cents on that for you. So, the loss and gain of the watch, it's less than a 15 seconds loss or gain when the watch is worn on your wrist and at a normal temperature of 5 degrees to 35 degrees. The actual operational temperature is down at the bottom here, where it says it's minus 10 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, which is absolutely fantastic. I didn't realise it could cope with that kind of temperature, especially the minus, which I'm made up about. Really good. Right, so as for the actual minutes, so these figures over in the sort of right hand side here, ABC. The first one, the first box, 1110, is minutes, B is hours, C is hours as well. So general offices, okay, general offices, it's about 110 minutes there to charge this thing up. And that's with 700 lux or a fluorescent light. Hours, you are looking at 25 hours there, if you're just in a general office. What else have we got? Fair weather sunlight down at the bottom. So 10 minutes, 2 hours. What else have we got? Expected life per charge. So 10 months. If you've got a full charge on this watch and then you just didn't get any more sunlight, 10 months, guys. 10 months of just... Isn't that fantastic? It doesn't take long to charge whatsoever on the V147, V157 or V158. And it can last 10 months. I was amazed with that. I was really, really happy. This watch does have a feature, the functionality of, it's got an overcharge protection, so you can't overcharge the battery. When it does reach a low battery, it'll tick twice. The second hand will actually move twice to let you know that there's a problem with the battery. You need to change the battery. I think that's pretty much everything the instruction manual is going to tell you, really. There's not... because it's all in different languages. You've got Dutch, Spanish, Italian, French. Have we got any others at the back? I think Arabic, possibly. I'm not sure what some of these languages are. Chinese, Japanese, Polish, is it? No, Russian. I think that's Russian. Portuguese. Yeah, and Spanish, Italian, so on. So, what can I say about the watch? Personally, I think it's great value for money. There is another watch that very closely resembles this. Didn't mention it's got a SEIKO logo there, right there on the huge buckle there. But yeah, someone else mentioned on the Tinterweb that this is a great watch, got a hard Lex crystal and so on, but there is a very similar one on YouTube. Now, I'm just really quickly, as I'm recording this, just quickly going to look and get you the model number of the other Golden Tuna, the tin can, if I can find it quickly. And I'm not so sure I can. Yes, I can. So it's the SB for boy, D for dog, N for November, 028. Now, if you look at that watch, it looks very similar to this. I think that one has the V147 movement. I don't know the differences between them. I only found out about that watch about 2 days ago. I'm going to love to check out this watch versus that one and see what the difference is. I think it might just be the actual solar movement itself. But as you can see from the instruction booklet, they're virtually, you know, there's maybe just a difference of charge times, potentially. That's maybe the only thing different, who knows. But overall, highly recommend this watch. It's available in the UK around about £360, £375 is what you'll find it for. One website is listing this for £300. I don't know how legit that website is. I always recommend paying a bit more if you want the you know, the original instruction booklet, the box. You know, you want to be sure you're getting a genuine, good quality product, maybe with some warranty on it as well. I've got a 2-year warranty on the watch, and the place I bought it from also guarantees it for another year. I'm sure it'll be fine, but overall, really enjoying the watch. Super accurate. It's got the same V157 movements as the 435. What was it? 435P1, I think it was, which was my the blue Divers watch, the Paddy Solar Divers watch. It's got the same movement as that, just a different case design. I have actually sold that watch now, really to fund this one, bring it to the channel. So that brings me to the end of the video. If you've got any questions, comments, please leave them in the box below. Feel free to subscribe, check out my other watch videos, and